Well, what is up, everybody? We're back here with Sunday Riff Refinery number 21, 21 weeks in a row. We're still on the roll here. And today I'm pretty excited for the riff that I kind of came up with already, like a piece of it at least, and you heard it just there in the intro, because it's a fun riff. And I don't know what this one reminds me of, so I'm not going to put that in the title or anything like that, but let me know what band this ends up reminding you of. And for those of you that have never watched one of my Sunday Riff Refineries, just know that this is where I am going to write and record a song right here in front of you. We're going to program drums, we're going to record guitars and bass to it. Sometimes we do vocals, no vocals today. And then I'll have the full mixed playthrough for you all at the end. And yeah, this is just my way of showing the reality behind music creation and how there are real people behind all of this. And it also gives me a reason to stay accountable and write something every single week. 21 weeks in a row. We're gonna do something special for like the 52nd week, for the 1 year mark. I don't know, what do you think that we should do for the 1 year mark? We're coming up in 30 weeks, so we've got some time to think about it. Maybe we should do like a halfway point? What's half of 52? 26? I'm bad at math. Don't quote me on that one, please. But yeah, maybe we'll do something at the halfway mark too. But yeah, let's get into it. This is the riff that I'm working with right now, and we're gonna branch off of it. So it's... So I'm using those good old Everlong chords, you know, the chords that grunge bands use and Linkin Park used a lot, Trust Company used a lot, but I'm feeling a little bit more of a modern take on it. And I think we're gonna go for like a radio edit on that. So let's really quickly get that tracked, because I don't think I want any drums on this initial part. And just so y'all can see it, I am working with the Archetype Rabea X today. I haven't played through this plugin in a super long time. I just figured it was time. I used one of his presets on here, Big Riffs, and it just sounded good. It sounded thick. We're in drop C. It sounded good to my ears, and I know it's a little bit darker than the tones that you're all used to me like playing through, and I'm doing that on purpose. I'm trying to branch out and not play such bright tones all the time, and that's why I'm trying out a preset instead. Probably end up tweaking it a little bit for the final mix, but it is a really good preset and it sounds good. But let's go ahead and track this. We're working at what, 160 BPM here? So let's go ahead and track it. All right, that sounded okay. Now I'm thinking of like a drum fill to go into the next piece here. And just so you all know, we are using the Modern and Massive drums again. I just thought they sounded appropriate for this. They just sound good, dude. I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. It's a great drum plugin. All right, so let's go ahead and program some drums in here. So what am I thinking of as far as this fill goes? Yeah. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, I think that's it. Now we need to go into something. So I'm gonna write the drums for this next part first. And it's because I have a certain like rhythm that I want it to go to, because with the way it's going now, it's really choppy, right? So it's... And so I want the next part to be the same riff essentially, but go... So we gotta get some drums that'll fit that too. Let's go ahead and I think just literally with that same rhythm, so... And then we'll just repeat that a lot. All right, and then with some cymbals added too. Cool, all right, so let's go ahead and play along with that and see what we can come up with. So let's go back to the guitars. And we'll double track those ones. I'm gonna leave that intro one as not double tracked because I don't think it needs to be. I'm gonna do like a radio edit to it anyways, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and play along with this a little bit. Okay, I think that's the one that we'll go with. Let's go ahead and double track that real quick. This is gonna sound big. Okay, I think we're gonna repeat that now. So let's see what it would sound like with the drums repeating. I think it would sound good just repeated twice. Maybe we'll change the drums around a little bit. You know, I don't think we will. I don't know. We'll leave it as repeating twice like this for now. But I want to do like a clean riff. So the clean tone that I've been using is actually with Archetype Rabea X as well. And this one is his Harry Delay Clean. I think that was his preset, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is one of his from the new X. And it just sounds fun to me. I like it a lot. So we need a clean riff to come after this. So I've been thinking about, again, sticking with the same progression because it just works. And I don't know, palm muted? That's too similar. So let's go ahead and start the record session over here and let's just do it. Something like that. I need to play with the click track to get that a little bit better. That could work. Get a little Midwest emo bend in there. That wasn't a very good bend though, so we'll redo all of that, but. Those bends are gonna get me, dude. I don't know. There's just something about it. Think that'll do it. So then we would just have that repeat for what, like 3? But we need some drums. But I want it to be that clean guitar part until like, I don't know, halfway through the measure. So let's listen and add some drums. Okay, so we need to place this right here. Because it's gonna end with right there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna hit, dude. Yeah, okay, that'll work, that'll work. Okay, I think we've got something on the drums here. Let's go ahead and add some cymbals into it too. And let's go ahead and bring the velocities down on that because it needs to be kind of chill here. So let's see how this sounds. Okay, I think we can just repeat that. I'm really not great at building a groove, honestly. Okay, I think this is working. Let's just repeat all of it. And at the very end, I put in this little fill. And let's see if it, I don't know. I'm feeling like it fits. It just, I don't know. Let me know if you think that. Because that's going to lead into the next part, which is probably just going to be the same thing as the beginning. I like this. Let's go ahead and get rid of these tracks. And let's go ahead and just track this to the drums, because I think that this is gonna work. What I wanna do first, we'll do this section by section because I wanna end it differently with those drums. I don't know, I'm not feeling that. Let's go ahead and do it again. Okay, that was a better take. Now we're gonna do the second take without the click track because I want to groove to the drums here a little bit, and let's see what we can pull off here. That could work. Let's hear what that sounds like. Maybe double tracked on that one? Do we dare double track this riff? Let's try it. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and try double tracking that. Think we got it. Okay, let's listen to this one. Okay, that's gonna sound epic going into it. So I think what we do is we just take that, because I always intended for this to be the chorus anyway. So let's go ahead and just copy and paste and see how it sounds. Yeah. All right, it's working. I like it. What I want to do though is I want to add some leads there. So we are yet again working with Rabea X. We're going to stick within this plugin, and we are going to go a good old lead tone. I think this is again one of Rabea's, yep, off of the legacy presets in the high gain, good old lead tone. So this is what we're working with. All right, we're definitely too loud to hear this over the other guitars though. So let's go ahead and hit a cycle on here to repeat, and I'm gonna just jam along with this because I need to figure something out. All right, I think I like that last one. Now, really cool feature here in Logic Pro, if I hit Shift and R, it then actually shows that it was recording all that the entire time, and I just had never hit record. Really, really clutch feature that they added. I think it's been there for a while actually, but I think it was only on MIDI instruments before. And why this is useful for me is because for some reason there's that mental block all the time when I'm actually recording that my performance just goes out the window, and I don't know what it is, but now I was just jamming along to the track, and when I finally hit a take that was good, I just hit Shift R and it was actually there the whole time. So it's just recording constantly for me. Really, really clutch. Now you do have to be in like a cycle record kind of situation where it's looping everything, so that way it knows that you're trying to possibly record. But yeah, that little mental trick works really, really well. Really clutch. I think that works. Let's go ahead and drag that across. And you know what? I think we would need to put that at the beginning too for this one. So let's go ahead and do so. Yeah, that sounds sick. Let's listen to that transition again. Actually, I don't know. I think I messed up the recording on that. That's hilarious. Okay, let's go ahead and officially record it. I need to just officially record it. I love when I do that. All right, I think that one was it. Let's go ahead and get rid of the other ones I pasted at the top of the riff, and because those just did not sound good. It always sounds better if you can play it as much as you can all the way through rather than cutting stuff anyways. So I'm glad that I went back and did that. I think I might even do that for the rhythm guitars. Let's go ahead and just mute them and move them, because I think I'll do the same exact thing for the rhythm guitars. So that way they just sound better and sound less forced, I guess you can say, and cut together. Okay, let's do it. Okay, now we've got that all sounding quite a bit more crisp. That's perfect, honestly. All right, we need to fill this out with some bass. I'm feeling bass. Yeah, we're gonna do bass today. We need to do bass. What bass should we do though? I think I'm kind of feeling the Dingwall. Let's get out the Dingwall. Actually, yeah, let's do the Dingwall. I might have to put a battery in it because I haven't changed its batteries in forever, but let's go ahead and do it. So super clutch to always have to change out batteries. Gotta love it. Gotta open up some new batteries. And that's why I like buying them in bulk, because that way I have plenty of them and we're always good to go. Just make sure that you don't throw them in your trash can. If anybody else follows Riffs and Beards, Fluff, he just had a house fire recently, and I'm pretty sure he said it was because he tossed some of his 9-volt batteries, you know, from Active Instruments, into the trash, and they kind of like arced on some guitar strings and caused a fire. So we don't want anybody's house catching on fire. All right, out with one old battery. I don't know where the other battery went. I don't know why I only had one in here. And yes, the Dingwalls do take 2 batteries. It's an 18-volt preamp inside of it. So, all right, close her back up, and there it is. I was like, I lost the plate already. Plate in, and let's go. bass is huge, barely even fits on camera. This is a 34 to 37 inch bass, and I need to swap my cable around because it only really works with a straight cable input. It's my only gripe about some instrument manufacturers. Like, why make an input for your instrument that only takes one like type of cable? Like, make it in a way that it takes either a right angle or a straight. Like, it's not that difficult, especially since most people end up just buying the stuff to do it themselves afterwards anyways. Wow, it's still relatively in tune after it's sitting on the wall for a while. We are playing in drop C, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of a tune up here. So for the bass amp, what we're gonna use is the same one I used last week. We're gonna use Mammoth. And I could go to Parallax. Parallax obviously was designed to work great with the Dingwall, but we're gonna go ahead and use this. All right, so we've got that happening. Maybe we want a little bit less drive though. We'll mess with the bass tones more in the final mix, but that's definitely good enough to track it. So, and let's track this. All right, that was easy. Now, do we want bass for this guitar part? I think we do, but it's gonna need to be different. What am I thinking for this bass? Let's go ahead and play along. Okay, something like that. I don't know, is that gonna work? Let's go ahead and play along with the full riff. I'm not a good bass player, y'all. I don't write anything interesting on bass. It worked? Oh man, I just feel like it could be better. And it's not, and it's literally just my playing that's causing that. So yeah, not the most happy with it, but it sounds sick nonetheless. It'll sound better in the final mix, I promise. And let's go ahead and track new bass for the final chorus as well, just for shits and gigs. Cool. That was easy, obviously. Man, the Dingwall is very easy to play, but it is a hell of a stretch for the left arm, especially when you play in classical position like I do, because I just don't find it comfortable in the, the standard position. That's just not comfortable for me on a bass or any instrument. So I'm always playing in classical position, but then the cable's in the way here, and yeah, it's just not my thing, having to reach all the way out here, but I do it for you guys. I do it for you guys. I'm in pain for you guys. I'm not actually in pain for you guys. I'm in pain because I'm sore from the gym. So ADHD rant over. Let's go ahead and check out the full mix playthrough of this, shall we? Well, yeah, that is it. And this one's for you, Kyle, but that is Sunday Riff Refinery number 21 in the books. And yeah, that one feels good. I need to get some vocals on that one. I've already sent it off to my buddy Dom, see if he's feeling it or not. I might try and put my own vocals on this one. I don't know. Stay tuned to find out. If y'all liked this though, please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button. If you want to watch me write more stuff like this, please do that because it helps your boy out. But if songwriting isn't the only thing that you're interested in, please remember that I do also have a ton of other videos here on the channel for plugin reviews, pedal reviews, amp reviews, and showing off tons of gear so that y'all can make informed buying decisions on as to whether or not you actually even want those products. Lots of that stuff here on the channel. And just throwing it out there, as always, I do offer one-on-one lessons, not necessarily for guitar playing, but for how to do all of this, how to write and record music, how to record these videos and edit them and upload them and get everything looking what I think looks pretty good. But there's a link to my website down below where you can get into contact with me and we can schedule a one-on-one lesson to get you all set up and rolling. And like I said, whether it's something as simple as recording your guitar into your DAW like Logic Pro or any other out there, or as adept as how to mix and master your own tracks, programming drums, and getting your videos looking crisp. Yeah. That's all I'll say on that one today. But I hope you all like this episode of the Sunday Riff Refinery, and I'm stoked to show you the one that I'm going to write for next week, because I've already got the initial riff like in my head and a little bit recorded of it, so I'm really stoked to show you that one. Next week is going to be a banger. Again, hope you like this one. Let me know down in the comments if you hate it though. Yeah, till next time, peace and love, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.